The investigation took a dangerous turn that no one predicted. Robert Mueller's fishing expedition into Russian meddling in the 2016 election continues to drag on. Democrats are counting on the special counsel to produce a report that will lead to Trump's impeachment. And now the investigation took a dangerous turn that has everyone scrambling. The Russia meddled in the election, quote, story has been defined by fake news and a lack of evidence. No proof has emerged to back up the claim that the Russians were behind the email hack of the Democrat National Committee. Now, another common theme used as, quote, proof that Russia worked on behalf of Trump just collapsed. Journalists often use the shorthand of Russia hacked the election to describe what went on in 2016. It is done to imply that they changed vote totals or manipulated the results. It is also a lie. One story the media used to support the Russian conspiracy was a story that claimed Russians tried to hack election systems in 21 states. USA Today reported Russians attempted to hack election systems in 21 states in the run-up to last year's presidential election, officials said Friday. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security notified states of the attempted breaches on Friday, said Michael Haas, director of the Wisconsin Elections Commission. The attempt in Wisconsin was unsuccessful, he said. Homeland Security officials said the effort was conducted by Russian government cyber actors, according to Haas. He said he did not know which states other than Wisconsin were part of the hacking attempt. According to the Associated Press, states that were targeted included some very key political battlegrounds such as Florida, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Virginia, and Wisconsin. This was fake news. The states in question were not targeted by the Russians. The Associated Press reported that Homeland Security has declared that Wisconsin's election systems were not under attack by the Russians. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security reversed course Tuesday and told Wisconsin officials that the Russian government did not scan the state's voter registration system, then later reiterated that it still believed it was one of 21 targeted states. Homeland Security first told state election officials on Friday that Wisconsin was one of 21 states targeted by the Russians, raising concerns about the safety and security of the state's election systems, even though no data had been compromised. But on Tuesday, Homeland Security gave apparently conflicting information about whether the state's election system was a target, and if it was, how it was threatened. In an email to the state's deputy election administrator that was provided to reporters at the Wisconsin Elections Commission meeting on Tuesday, Homeland Security said an agency that doesn't deal with elections was the target of scans by Russian IP addresses. Based on our external analysis, the WI/IP address affected belongs to the WI Department of Workforce Development, not the Elections Commission, said the email from Juan Figuerera with Homeland Security's Office Infrastructure Protection. The report listed key states. Trump won, like Wisconsin, Florida, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, as well as Virginia, which Clinton won by a much narrower margin than expected to create the impression Russia rigged the election on Trump's behalf. But this was fake news. The Russian collusion angle has completely collapsed. And now the ground that the Russian meddle to help Trump's story was built upon is also slowly crumbling. It shows the entire Mueller investigation is a sham designed to destroy Trump. Will it spiral out of control and lead to the president's impeachment? Absolutely not. How could it? How could it? And it says here where Clinton won by a much narrower margin, but she won in Wisconsin, Florida, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. That was due to election fraud. Dead people voting and double voting in other states also. Are you kidding me? They're losers. They're losers. They can't get it through their thick skull. And that's why they put Mueller in to find any kind of dirt possible. Anything that they can get their hands on. They're disgraceful to the United States of America. What has it become? A banana republic is what I've seen with these people in high offices that don't respect their positions and don't do the will of the people. They're disgraceful. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.